Episode 66, Duel Native, Planting for the Future live stream.
Hi, it's Estella Dawn. For a good time, listen to Derringer Discoveries. If you do, I will hunt you down and give you a kiss on the forehead.
I'm ready, thank you.
In your sister's room, that's where it started. Hello, this is Paul.
This is Laura.
And I'm Alton.
We are Team Derringer.
And you are listening to Derringer Discoveries,
where we take you, the listener, on an adventure.
a music adventure.
皆さん、音楽冒険ポッドキャストの Derringer Discoveries を
with listeners in more than 30 countries.
Hi, my name is Alana Joy, and I'm the lead singer of alternative rock band Lost Youth from Cape Town, South Africa. I love listening to Derringer Discoveries, music adventure podcast.
Listeners, on the 5th of October 2024, Derringer Discoveries is sponsoring a live stream concert featuring 7 recording artists from 3 continents. The concert is scheduled to start at 12 noon Eastern Time and will run until 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
The organizer of the concert is a listener of Derringer Discoveries. His name is Dan Friedman. His nonprofit organization is the Green Music Program.
Listeners, for the next 5 weeks until October 5th, we will run many episodes of Derringer Discoveries to introduce to you some of the artists who will be performing at this live stream.
Today, we're without Laura Derringer. She was unavoidably detained, but she will...
She's slacking.
She is slacking, but she'll be with us next time. So the rest of Team Derringer, Alton and myself, Paul, will be talking with the recording artist known as Duel Native. This is spelled D-U-E-L space Native, and it's all caps. Thank you for joining us. Duel Native, tell us about you and give us your individual name as well.
Thanks so much, Paul and Alton. I really appreciate you joining me from what is the other side of the world to me. So my name is Stephen. I'm currently based in a place called Melbourne, although the original and proper name is Naarm, which is the First Nations, First Peoples of the country of Australia. But I was originally born in the UK. My mum's from the Caribbean and my dad's from Hong Kong. That might give you a little bit of an indication as to why my artist name is Duel Native.
Duel Native, that's because you got 2 countries that you considered to be part of who you are?
Absolutely. And when you're born in a third place that's not from either of those original 2 places from your parents, you sort of don't belong anywhere, but maybe, you belong everywhere.
Stephen, tell us how you became involved with the Green Music Program's Planting for the Future live stream that's going to be held on October 5th.
Well, I've always been a huge environmental radical, I suppose. Like most of the work I've done in my life has always been progressive towards environmental aims. One of the recent projects I've been working on is a very unusual research project where we're looking at how to make vinyl records without using plastic.
Oh, wow. So if you're not using plastic or vinyl, what is the primary material that you plan to use?
There's a mixture of generally sugars and starches, which can be grown in a regenerative way. And it also means that at the end of its life, you don't end up with some toxic landfill substance. In fact, it's something that you could remelt into another product.
You are listening to Derringer Discoveries.
When you perform on the live stream, what time will you be performing? I guess your time. And from where will you be performing?
I will be in London. It will be 5 p.m. London time, and I have no idea what time that is in anywhere else in the world at this point.
Yeah, that should be about noon.
So Melbourne time, 3 a.m., 5 p.m. UK time, and 12 noon on the Eastern Coast or Eastern time.
Yeah.
And you are the first. You're the opening act as of right now. Stephen, what is a signature song of yours that you're planning to perform at the concert? And this way our listeners can grab onto that song and get familiar with it before your concert.
Thank you for asking. The second single we ever released is called Commodity. It's a very guitar riff driven song. People tell me it's a little bit Britpop, indie rock.
When will you realize
People say it's a bit melancholy, even though it's sort of upbeat. So you can find that on wherever you listen to music, I suppose. It's called Commodity.
At the back of my heart, at the back there's a part no cold could ever freeze. At the back of my heart, I know, you know one day I might believe.
Listeners, that's Commodity by Duel Native, who is with us right now talking with us about the upcoming Planting for the Future live stream concert on October 5th.
At the back of my heart, I know, you know one day I might believe.
Hello, I'm Ann Layton, and I'm listening to Derringer Discoveries while writing my poetry.
This is Matt Saxton, singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist from East Sussex, UK, and I listen to Derringer Discoveries.
Tina Boonstra, recording and touring artist from the United Kingdom, listens to Derringer Discoveries.
Bonjour, this is Elliot Murphy coming to you from Paris, France. You're listening to Derringer Discoveries with Paul Derringer, Laura Derringer, Alton Derringer, and now I'm Elliot Derringer.
Stephen, I was checking out your Instagram before this interview, and I noticed you have some other folks in some of the pictures with you. Will you be performing as a solo artist when you perform in the live stream, or will you have some other folks with you?
I have one other person called Erin who will be performing with me because she will happen to be in London at the same time.
Stephen, what instruments are you playing when you perform live?
Normally it's piano and guitar with some percussion of different kinds. We use a loop pedal. You may have seen those where you're able to just keep looping sounds and then play something live and it generates that new sound.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really excited though because my mum actually, and I haven't seen her all year, bought me from her home country in Trinidad, a Trinidad steel pan, which is, you know, there's oil drums that have been fashioned into a musical instrument. Yeah. So theoretically, if I learn that really quickly, when I get to London, I'll be able to play some of that too.
We hope to see it in the concert. And you'll be singing, and these are your songs that you'll be performing, is that correct?
Yeah, all of them are originals.
And Erin will be with you. What is she doing? Is she singing or playing instruments?
Singing, a bit of percussion, and she plays the violin.
We have a request. You picked Commodity and told us that you'll be performing Commodity at your concert. We'd like to pick a song and ask if you would be willing to play it. I'm looking over some of our favorite songs by you. Commodity was one of them, which I was going to pick. Sense of You is also a very good song. Are you planning, or would you be willing to play Sense of You at the concert?
Sense of you, but I don't know how.
Absolutely. That is a song that was only released just over a week ago. So this is the first time I've even spoken to anyone about it, actually. And it's a song that I've often played live but never released. And that is definitely a song we'll be playing at the concert.
You come around here, every time you come around here. Turns me upside down.
There is a new single in the next 6 weeks called Biophilical. It's a song that is environmentally driven in terms of its content. There's a charity called GreenPeace, if you're familiar with them.
Yes.
And for about 2 or 3 decades, they were around the world, you know, either in boats trying to stop overfishing, or they were in the rainforest trying to stop deforestation. And they collected all of these samples. For example, the cymbal or the hi-hat sound in the drum was the sound of a little ant, just really magnified. And there's the sounds of tribal calls from Papua New Guinea or the Amazon. The charity GreenPeace sent us those samples and we were able to use them to work into an existing song. That song is called Biophilical. That's a very sort of thematic song that really aligns with the Planting for the Future fundraiser.
Can we just go to YouTube, Stephen, and grab some of the sound bites and include it in this episode?
You're more than welcome to do that.
Right, we'll do that until we can put it on the playlist. And that song is Biophilical?
Biophilical.
This is Søren Koch from Denmark. I am the bassist for the Zombies, who are members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I enjoy listening to Derringer Discoveries.
Ciao, sono Camilla Passani, sono una cantautrice italiana di Roma e ascolto Derringer Discoveries.
Hey, this is Anthony from Fantastic Cat, coming to you from New York City. You are listening to Derringer Discoveries.
Hey, this is Ben Arthur, the creator and host of Songwriter. I'm not only a past guest on Derringer Discoveries, but I'm also a subscriber. And if you love hearing great new music, you should be too.
Stephen, who do you hope will watch the live stream during your time?
It's an unusual format to play online in a live stream way. And of course, everyone will be at different times of their day, or you might watch a recording afterwards. But it's such an amazing opportunity to connect with new listeners globally. And it's also people who might not necessarily listen to the kind of music that we make. There's a real diversity of artists that are playing at the live stream. And a lot of people will be joining because of their, you know, environmental sustainability sustainability angle, it's lovely to combine those two ideas that arts and music and the planet that we're on, they're all intricately connected. To be able to perform at a concert that could be for anyone, anywhere in the world who have an interest in both of those things is really exciting to me.
Listeners, join us for the concert. It will feature Duel Natives opening up the show at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on October 5th. It's Planting for the Future. You can easily obtain a ticket and you can watch the concert from anywhere in the world. To obtain your ticket, just simply visit our show notes for this episode and we'll give you the link so that you can get on board and be part of this concert.
Until next time, this is Laura Derringer.
I'm Alton Derringer.
I'm Paul Derringer. This has been Derringer Discoveries, a music adventure podcast. Song snippets were used in this episode to aid in the discussion, critique, and analysis of the songs.
Listeners, you can follow Derringer Discoveries on social media. We're at Derringer Discoveries on Facebook and at Derringer Pod on Instagram, Threads, and X, formerly known as Twitter.
In your sister's room. That's where it started.
So, Stephen, who do you hope will watch this concert when you're playing this live stream? Let me say that again.
I think that's good. Yeah, it works. All right, Stephen, will you give us a voiceover?
Absolutely, sure.
And if you want to change it up, that's fine too. We want you to be comfortable with it.
Hello, listeners. This is Stephen Choi, joining you from Melbourne, Australia, recording as Duel Native. I love listening to Derringer Discoveries, a music adventure podcast. You can obtain access to watch me and others perform at the Green Music Program live stream on October 5th by visiting GoFundMe and typing Planting for the Future fundraiser.
Absolutely.